Every now and then you'll find your Theraphosa sturmey up on top of the glass, which is a good reason why you need a lot of substrate in one of these tanks, because if it were to fall a long ways, it could rupture its abdomen and die. So, see, even big spiders like this can climb up the glass. She doesn't do it often, but when she does, it's a sight to behold. Let's say hello to Large Marge. Another awesome day. I got some new spiders. 4 tarantulas and 1 true spider. Let's see what I got. Alright, first one. The initials for the scientific name, SC. I don't see this one in the hobby so much. This is an old world burrower. The name is the Selenocosmia obscura, the Borneo black, I believe? No, Borneo rust. Because this guy is incredibly fast, obviously I'm going to just keep it in there until I'm ready to put it in its house. But yeah, it's about 2 inches. Specimen here. So yeah, I'm really happy to have another one. Of course, it'll probably be a pet hole. But these guys do like it on the humid side, so I'll have to make sure keep it like that. But so very cool. All right, so when we house these guys, you'll see it a little bit better, maybe, depending on how fast it wants to move. All right, let's see what else I got. I already have one of these. I'll just go ahead and tell you what it is. It's a Poecilotheria regalis. The reason why I got another one is because I strongly suspect my current one is a male, and so I want to hopefully increase my chances of getting a female. So let's take a look at this one and see how the Indian ornamental is doing. And these guys, of course, old world, fast, so got to get that catch cup ready. Pokies, you just never know. Alive and well. Cutie. There we go. Yep, looks awesome. Yep, very fast. Alright, let's see what else I got. I have another one of these already, but you know, never hurts to have another. Brachypelma vagans. I already had the large female, as you know. So, one can never have too many brackies, right? So, let's take a look at this one. New World. So I'm not too concerned about this one. Oh yeah, this one's definitely a little, ooh, might be in pre-molt. This is the B. vagans, and this one is only about 1/4 of an inch. So tiny little baby. But we'll probably get molt in the not too distant future. But you know how brackies are, they take forever to molt. Alright, so that was easy peasy, as expected. Okay, and let's move on to another one. Now this one here is a New World terrestrial. This is, let me, since it's a New World, I'm not as concerned about the speed or the venom. But this is the Pseudohapalopus spinulopus Spinulopalpus. I gotta work on that last. Spinulopalpus. The Colombian salmon. This specimen is also about 2 inches. They get to be about 4 inches long. So, be nice to have another New World terrestrial. Possibly one I can handle, but we'll have to see its personality first. So, yeah. Doing fine. Alright. Let's see what else I got. This will be my second true spider in my collection. This one will only be about 1/8 of an inch, but here is what they look like when they are full grown. You recognize what this is? This picture's off of Kelly Swift's website, by the way. I buy most of my spiders from him. He is an awesome breeder and a wonderful person to work with. But look at those humongous fangs in comparison to the body size. This is, let me see if I can remember the name of it. It is a, see if I can even pronounce it, Sphodros rufipes, maybe? The red-footed purse web spider. So yes, indeed, they make purse-like webbings and, burrows, and the prey attaches itself, gets stuck on the side of the webbing of the purse, and the spider uses those large fangs to its advantage by stabbing the prey through the webbing, the purse webbing. And that's how they kill it. And then they drag the prey through the webbing and they consume it, and then they fix their damage that they did, the webbing, when they're done. But yeah, let's have a look. Now this one is just gonna be a really tiny baby. I forgot, did it say how big these guys get? Let me double check that. Excuse me for a moment. Well, I don't remember if it said it or not, how big these guys get. Not that big. But, no, I don't think it says. But I think they're, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they get like 2 or 3 inches. They're not, that big. But this one here is going to be 1/8 of an inch. These guys have very potent venom, so use extreme caution when dealing with these guys. Also quite fast. And as you can see, my camera is even picking this up. Had to put it on the micro lens. Here it is, right here. Little bitty baby. And you can already see how the fang, the chelicerae, is huge. That's right up against my thumbnail. And then, of course, the abdomen is right on that side. But, yes. Very cool. So yeah, about the size of an ant. But I'm really going to look forward to feeding these guys. Kelly Swift was nice enough to include some micro crickets in addition to the usual pinhead crickets that he includes in the order. So that would be perfect for this one. But yeah. And if I understand correctly, the males get red legs. So part of me wants to have a male, because then the legs would be like really cool looking. I mean, that red would just slap you in the face. Really vibrant. So yeah, not much to look at right now, but really cool nonetheless. So hopefully I can keep this baby alive. You never know with the real tiny babies, how fragile babies can be. But there we have it. Alright, so next up we're going to work on housing these guys. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it has already attempted to make a purse web. I don't think it's going to be coming out on camera, but it does have webbing covering half of its body. So that's really cool. Obviously, with just a napkin, I can't make a sufficient hide, but it tries. Alright, like I said, there, you might be able to see it barely there, the webbing coming off of the body. You can see it at the top, just barely. There we go, that's a better view. Really sweet. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and work on housing these guys. Alright, I figured I'd do the pseudohypalopus first. Simple setup here. Just got a little water dish and just kind of put a lot of extra water on this side just to give it a drink after its travel. So there you go, a little decor cave. Simple as that. So let's go ahead and stick this one in. Let's test its personality and speed. Yep. Okay, pretty easy. Isn't that cute? Well, a little blurry there. There we go. Come on, you want a drink? Come on. Nope, say no, I don't want a drink. This is a strange place. What is it with all these spiders that want to crawl on me as soon as they meet me? Huh? You want to go in there and feel secure? There we go. Alright. Well, not too bad. Alright, let's go into another one. Now this is not one of my new ones. I've already had this one, but I'm rehousing this one. I was going to anyway, but I need the enclosure that the Triniopelma sazame is in for the bee vagons, or something else smaller, whichever I decide, and I'm going to put this one in a larger enclosure now. Now these guys for New World are actually quite fast, so gotta get that catch cup handy for this one. But that one molted not too long ago. There you go. You want to go hide in your cave? Okay, well, or you can just stay there. Alright. Alright, let's move on. Next up, I'm going to rehouse my Boomba cabocla, the Brazilian red head. I had that little water dish in there. And I think this one has graduated to a larger size, and I will use the Boomba's current enclosure for someone else. There's a full water dish. And I got a bigger cave, plenty of substrate. Now this one's usually tolerant of me holding, so I just pick it up like that. There, you got you a bigger hide. How about that? Alright. Hope you enjoy that. Got you a full, large water dish. Should do you good. Alright. Let's move on to a different one. Alright, I'm going to rehouse the Selenocosmia obscura. Now I have deep, damp substrate for its size. And I patted it down real tight and made a couple of starter burrows for it, and if it wants to use those. If not, it can make its own. And so this one will be fast probably. So I got catch cups ready. Let's give it a shot. Oh, and also have a water dish. It's off camera though, you can't see it. It already had webbed quite a bit. Don't you love it when it's that easy? Boy, they were all that way. So there we go. That was the one I was the most afraid of, to, you know, as far as the speed went. But it actually went easily. Alright, let's rehouse another one. Alright, just very simple deli cup enclosure for my Brachypelma vagans. And I just wet part of the substrate for it since I like it on the dry side. But it does need a drink nevertheless. And the container is too small to have a water dish in it, so that's why I sprayed the substrate over there on that side so it can have a drink. Bee vagans tend to like to burrow when they're younger, so I'm sure it probably will. So I think just a simple enclosure like this will suffice. So now let's very carefully get the bee vagans Mexican red rump out. Like rolling out. Okay. Okay. Oop. Now let's not crawl up the paintbrush. There you go. Get you a drink. Simple as that. And close that up before little legs get in the way. And there we go. And I have very, very tiny holes in there. Too tiny for the tea to slip through. Alright, let's move on. Alright, a very, very tiny enclosure and some substrate and a little bit of that fake plant for it to latch its purse web on. But yeah, this is the purse web spider, the red-legged red-legged purse web spider. And this thing is so insanely tiny. So, oh yeah, there it is. I mean, look at that. So fragile. I mean, this has got to be the tiniest spider I've ever had. So, hopefully that's a very tiny enclosure. Very tiny holes in it. Hopefully it'll be okay in there. I'm going to have to check on it. But there it is there. And it might take it a few days to make its web. But hopefully I can keep this one alive. I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm willing to try new things. Alright, let's go on to something else. Okay, next up we'll house my tiny Poecilotheria regalis, the Indian ornamental. And then we'll be done for this video. Alright, so let's go ahead and attempt. You know how pokies love to run all over me. So let's see how this one does. This is where I need the a hole in that on the other side of the container and push it out. Oh, now look, see? They always do that. Get in there. Yeah, get on your leaf. Oh, yeah. Okay. It was nice to have an uneventful Poecilotheria video for a change. Yeah, you found your leaf. Very good. Settled in there nicely. Alright. Okay. We'll let these guys settle in, and I'll update you later on these. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.